What's up? What's good? It's your boy and your favorite host, Tommy Springfield, aka King of All Things Talk. Radio, TV, internet. It doesn't matter if you at the hair salon, if you over there at the barber shop. It doesn't matter if you from the suburbs or if you from the hood. If you talk English, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, whatever talk you talk, we got you covered. It's only a few type of talks we don't do over here. We definitely not pillow talking. We definitely not talking hate, and we definitely not talking to law enforcement. If you're new here, click that like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, click all so you can get notifications every time I drop one of these videos. And if you've been here before, you know how I do. Before I get into this video, my first question to you is, can I talk to you? I don't think you heard me. I said, can I talk to you? So, this video right here is very, very, very important and very serious. This video is about something that happened in my home city, and it's sort of a public service announcement. If you're from Springfield, our sons, your son, my son, everybody's son, your little cousins, your little nephews, they in danger. These little dudes out here, they got guns and they're using them. There's things going on at these schools that a lot of parents don't know what's going on. There's things in the streets that's revolving around what's happening in schools. Little dudes is getting pistol whipped in these schools and around these schools. So if you're from Springfield, you got nephews, you got little cousins, and you were OG, it's time. Talk to these dudes. It's not time to be old and still trying to be hustling. It's not time to be old and still trying to think you cool. It's time to get back. It's getting crazy. A 14-year-old kid shot a 20-year-old. This is a public service announcement. Get your kids, check their rooms, check under the mattresses. And if you gotta, turn them in. You will be saving their life, because I got a son that's out here, and I'm gonna be 100% real. If one of these little kids do something to my son, I'm scorching earth. I'm coming for the dogs, the cats, whatever. That person that did it, whatever associate to him, whatever love him, and whatever care about him, I'm coming for them, because, you know, that's my only son. I'm trying to save my son, so I'm doing all I can to keep him out the shit. So I hope people in Springfield are doing all they can to keep their kids out the shit. So let me get to the video.
News on ABC 40.
We're learning more about a deadly shooting in Springfield that involved a 14-year-old who's since been charged with murder. Welcome to Western Mass News at 4 on this Friday. I'm Chris Pisano.
And I'm Abby Carnevale. Western Mass News reporter Reagan Lokri joins us live in studio. And Reagan, what have you learned?
Well, Abby and Chris, the victim of that fatal shooting has been identified as 20-year-old Raylin Paredes Paulino of Springfield. I spoke with Springfield Mayor Dominic Sarno, and he tells me 14-year-old Legacy Lopez, who has been charged with the murder, may have already been on the police's radar.
14-year-old Legacy Lopez has been charged with murder. The teen faced a judge Thursday in connection with a shooting on Phoenix Street in Springfield that took...
Did you hear what she said? This boy was already 14 and already on the police radar, right? I'm going to say it again. If your kids go to Putnam, Sci-Tech, Central, whatever's high school, there's shit going on in these schools. I'm tapped in. I did a video on the school shooting before, and ever since then, little kids be in my comment section. They be hitting me up. They be sending me videos. But those videos be criminal acts, so I disengage and I don't deal with it. But I'm trying to tell you, if your kids go to these high schools in Springfield, talk to them, ask them questions, because things are going on. Kids are getting beat up. Kids are getting jumped on. Kids are getting pistol whipped. And what the schools are doing is they're taking your kid's phone every morning before school, because the school, it's not for because the kids are using the phones in school. It's because these schools don't want your kids filming what's going on and it getting to the public. They want to contain the information and how the information get out. Like you see, they were mad that the shooting got out a couple months back in Springfield. But I say it again, if you got nephews, you got little cousins, sons, talk to them. It's time to start saving lives in this city. When we got 14-year-olds shooting people, we don't know why this 14-year-old shot an older kid. But it's getting bad. It is time to stop being tough guys, fake tough guys. It's time for the older dudes to get out here, talk to your sons, talk to your nephews, talk to your little cousins, talk to your man sons that's locked up. And because these little kids are killing each other. And like I said earlier, previously, I'ma just be honest. Somebody do something to my son, I'm scorching earth behind mine.
Place in the early afternoon on April 12th. Western Mass News had the only cameras rolling in the courtroom for Lopez's arraignment, but we have been asked not to show his face due to his young age. Lopez was arrested Thursday by local and state law enforcement and is now facing multiple charges in connection to the murder of 20-year-old Raylin Paredes Palino, who died from gunshot injuries after being transported to a hospital. City Councilor LeVar Click Bruce tells Western Mass News he's feeling puzzled and saddened by the news of someone so young committing such a horrific act of violence.
I was definitely in shock. And questions for me arise is like, where did he get the gun from?
Lopez is charged with murder, firing a firearm within 500 feet of a building, and carrying a firearm without a license. Despite his age, the teen was arraigned in district court rather than a juvenile hearing. Springfield Mayor Dominic Sarno tells us crimes like this need to be taken seriously, no matter what the age of the defendant.
You have to, and I know that the state Supreme Court has ruled now that people that have been convicted on murder charges, if you're under a certain age, now you might have the...
Listen, I'm sorry to blame these people. I hate to talk about these people because these are people from my city. You know, you see the video, maybe you get mad at me, but the true fact is this is bad parenting. I'm going to say it again. This is bad parenting. A 14-year-old is out here with a pistol already on the police radar. That's sad. And I'm going to say it again. I done said it twice. This is a public service announcement. If your kids, your sons, your nephews, your little cousins, your homeboy son that's locked up, go to these area high schools. There's a lot of things going on. Y'all need to pay attention. Check their rooms, check their closets, check the shoebox. And I'm sorry to say it, if these little dudes got guns, you need to turn these little dudes in and save their life. I'm doing everything I can to try to save mine. So please do everything you can to try to save yours. Because once again, this is not a threat. I am no tough guy. I am no killer. But I know if something happened to mine, and I pray it don't, I'm going to scorch earth behind mine. Because I'm doing everything I can in my power to make sure he ain't out here hurting no one else's child.
Ability to get out. And that's not right nor fair. I'm dealing with families now who've lost loved ones, and that chair is always going to be empty.
Especially since this may not be Lopez's first run-in with the law.
I think there might be a history with this young man and his brother, too, known to the police, but where's the family on this?
However, Click Bruce tells Western Mass News stricter punishment for juvenile crime should be decided on a case-by-case basis. But at the end of the day, he and Sarno agree that parents need to be held accountable.
Let's be real. He's 14. Where are the parents? Where are the guardians?
Lopez is being held without the right to bail. His next hearing is a status review scheduled for June 14th, coming up at 6. I'll have more on what's being done in the city to keep the youth off the streets and away from crime, especially as we head closer to summer. Reporting live in studio, Reagan Lockery for Western Mass News.
As you can see in Springfield, Mass, if you're from Springfield, The city is in trouble. Our young boys are in trouble. It's gonna be a long, long summer. And it's time for everybody to do their part to help. I'm trying to tell you, I'm tapped in with the young kids. My son is out here, and if your sons go to these high schools, your nephews, your little cousins, your man kid that's up the way, and his son is just out here being loose and wild, everybody need to tap in and talk to these kids, man. If you a mom, you a dad with your kids, talk to them, because shit is out here happening, and it's being monitored. Shit is happening in these schools. Shit is happening outside these schools, at these local businesses that's close to these schools, these gas stations and these donut shops. Kids is being pistol whipped. It's a lot of things going on inside the school, and the school take these kids' phones. So these kids don't be having a way to record everything every time. You should call the school department and ask, why are our kids' phones getting taken? What happens in the case of an emergency? You know? But I'm just begging everybody to do their part. Talk to these kids, because I'm doing my part. I'm trying to make sure my son ain't out here hurting nobody. So please do your part, because once again, I'm no tough guy. I'm no killer, but I'm a scorched earth behind mine. And like I say, if you new here, click that like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, click all so you can get notifications. If you're watching this on Facebook, you can follow me on YouTube /King of Talk 413 at YouTube. Hit me up. If you're a supporter of the channel, much love and respect. And if you're one of these haters out here, cut this shit.